is on nuclear physics. Now, as you can see, I'm a cartoon and I know nothing about nukes. But I did some research and I found a paper, sort of. It's not made out of paper, but it's a bunch of words made by a sciencey person who knows more than I do. And wait, yep, that's a paper. Anyway, it's called The History of Nuclear Energy. Nice. This project also doubles as a history project, I should mention, because I needed credits for that. So, what I've found out so far is pretty cool. First, I should explain how nuke energy actually works. So, in the center of every atom is this thing called a nucleus, right? See where the term nuke comes from? But the nucleus is made of other dudes, electrons and protons. Now, when you split one, I'll explain how that works later, but when you split an atom, it naturally wants its other half back. So it steals from other atoms nearby, causing what
We men of science.
call a chain reaction. This process lets off a crazy amount of heat because of all the energy stored inside of atoms. Now, this would normally happen mostly all at once, causing a meltdown. However, some elements are mostly stable, which just means that there's enough electrons and protons to go around, so when you cause a chain reaction, the reaction continues to cycle until the element is used up. Now, some atoms are amazing at splitting. Uranium, my guy, that stuff is absolutely unstable. That's why we use it in bombs, because, it releases. Yeah, now you see what I meant by a ton of energy. 15,000 tons of TNT, explosive force. Yeah, so obviously it's not a great idea to set off the fat man and little boy every time you want to generate some energy. So we use the more stable elements and we cool them off with water cooled systems. Only problem is if the water cooler goes down, the entire place goes supercritical. However, this almost never happens. Making nuclear energy, in fact, is very clean energy. Well, it started with this guy, Enrico Fermi, who has this idea. He wants to smash some atoms and see what happens. He was really trying to make a new element, because that's a totally normal thing that humans can do. Goodness, people are crazy. So he tries it, and it kind of works. He bombards uranium with other radioactive stuff, hoping that an electron from one will smash into the uranium and blow it up. The uranium is smashed, and it's mostly evident that the atoms atomically split, but it's not super clean cut. And then this Otto Hahn guy tries it again, and for whatever reason, his test actually comes out better. When he adds up all of his new radioactive dust stuff, the compounds have the same atomic mass as the uranium he started with, which just means that the uranium split really well, and they were able to get some other elements out of that. Fermi thought he created new elements, or he wanted to, but what he had done was far more alarming. He had created nuclear fission. Wow. Huh. However, there was a loose end. Not all of the mass added up perfectly. So Otto contacts Lise Meitner, who consults the works of Einstein. In there's this theory of heat exchange, saying that mass can sometimes convert to heat if the reaction is violent. So the team concluded that the mass they were missing in their measurements had literally exploded out in a massive energy dump. And that's pretty much what nukes do, just bigger. And yeah, no, that's all I've got for now. From here, I plan on doing research about the 50s through to present day improvements on nuclear energy, so look out for that. I'll just be here. Yep.